Welcome students, myself Mehboob Pasha, and today in this session we will discuss how to find the square root of any number using division method. Students, before knowing the division method, I want to tell you something, okay? So we can find easily the number of digit in the square root of any number, okay? For example, here 81 is there. So here in this number, how many digits are there? 2, no? So what will be the digits if we find the square root of this number? Okay. So here, look at here. What is the square root of 81? 9, no? So here, in number, there are 2 digits, that is 1 and 8. And in square root, how many digits are there? Only 1 digit. Okay. So we can find easily with the help of formula what are the number of digits in the square root of any number. Okay. The formula is what? If the number of digits in the number is odd, okay, if the number of digits is odd, then we will use the formula n plus 1 by 2. Okay, if the number is having odd digit, then to find what are the number of digits in the square root of that number, we will use the formula n plus 1 by 2. Okay. When we use this formula? When there are odd number of digits in the number. Okay. So here n means what? Number of digits. N means number of digits. And if there are even number of digits in the number. Okay. Number of digits is even. Okay. If there are even number of digits in the number, then how to find the numbers in the square root of that number is using the formula n by 2. Okay, by using this formula we can find the number of digits in the square root of any number if the number contains even numbers. Okay, so here n means what? Number of digits in the number. N means number of digits in the number. Okay, so I tell you, for example, so here 16 is there. What is there here? 16 is there. So when we try to find the square root of this number, okay, so before that, look at here. In this number, how many digits are there? 2 digits now. 1 and 2. So here in this number, 2 digits are there. Then if I ask you what will be the number of digits in the square root of this number, okay, then how you need to find? So as there are here even number of digits, that is 1 and 2. So look at this formula. Which formula we need to use? N by 2. Okay, so here n is what? 2. 1 and 2. N is what? 2. Then to find the number of digits in the square root of this number, we will use the formula n by 2. That is 2 by 2. 2 ones are 2 ones are, and what we are getting? We are getting 1. Okay. So here, what is the square root of 16? 4. So look at here. Here we have got 1 now. So what does it mean? The number of digits in the square root of 16 is what? Only 1 digit is there. Look at here. Only 1 digit is there now. So for example, so look at here. 225 is there. Okay. Now, in this number, how many number of digits are there? Here n is what? 1, 2, 3. Here n is what? 3. Then if I ask you what will be the number of digits in the square root of this number, then how you need to find? Using the formula n plus 1 by 2. Why? Because here n is what? Odd. Look at here, 3 numbers are there. Okay, in number, 3 numbers are there. So if you want to find the number of digits in the square root of this number, so what we need to use? It is n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so here what is n? N is 3 plus 1 by 2. That is 3 plus 1 is what? 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Okay. Then what does it mean? There are 2 digits in the square root of 225. Okay, there are 2 digits in the square root of 225. What is the square root of 225? 15, no? So look at here. Here there are 2 digits in the square root of 225. Here we have got 2, no? Same. I'll tell you one more example. Okay, so let us take 625. Okay, if I ask you, what are the number of digits in the square root of 625? Then how you need to find? As the number of digits is what? Odd. Look at here. What is in here? N is odd now. 1, 2, 3. So here odd number of digits are there. Then how to find the number of digits in the square root of this number? That is n plus 1 by 2, 3 plus 1 by 2, 4, 3 plus 1 is what? 4, 4 by 2, 4 and 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So what we have got? We have got 2, no? It means what? There are 2 digits in the square root of this number. Okay, what is the square root of 625? It is 25. I'll tell you one more example. Okay, so look at here. Here there is a 64 is there. So here there is a 64 is there. So if I ask you, what are the number of digits in the square root of this number? Okay, so here what is n? N is what? Number of digits. So what is n here? N is 2, no? 192. If we want to find the number of digits in the square root of this number, then how we need to find? N by 2. Okay, n by 2. So what is n here? 2, no? So 2 by 2, that is nothing but 2 ones are 2. Then what is the square root of 64? 8, no? So look at here, here we have got 1. What does it mean? That is, there is 1 digit in the square root of this number. Okay, then what is that digit? 8. Okay, so I think you might have understood how to find the number of digits in the square root of any number. Students, now let us discuss how to find the square root of any number using division method. Okay, students, to find the square root of any number using division method, you need to follow certain steps. Okay, and we will see how to find the square root of any number. Okay, so for example, 529 is there. Okay, if you are given a number that is 529 and ask you to find the square root of this number using the division method, then how to find? So look at here. What is the first step? Means we need to place bar over every pair of digit starting from the digit at one's place. Okay, so what's the first step? We need to place bar over every pair of digits starting from the digit at the units place. So here, which digit is at unit place? This, no? Okay, so what we need to do? We need to pair the numbers by placing bar over the numbers. Okay, so look at here. Here means 2, no? So we need to put bar over 2 numbers from the last digit. Now, so we have put a bar on 29. Okay, now again what we need to do? We need to place the bar in the next pair of numbers. Now here there is a no pairs, only one number is there. Okay, and if here there is no other number, and if you are having only single number, then place the bar over that single number. Okay, then place the bar over that single number. Now students, put this kind of line. Okay, next, what is the next step means? So before that, what you need to do? This number you need to consider first. Okay, so this number you need to consider first. This number will be dividend. Okay, so now 5 will be what? Divided. Next, what is the next step means? You need to find the largest number whose square must be less than or equal to the dividend, that is 5. Okay, you need to find the largest number whose square must be less than or equal to the dividend. Here, what is the dividend here? 5, no? So you need to find the largest number whose square must be equal to or less than 5. Okay, so here if we take 2 numbers, that is 2 and 3 as the largest number, when I square this number, that is 2, so what we are getting? 4. Okay, so 2 square is what? 4. So this is less than 5. If I consider 3, then what is the 3 square? 9, no? Okay, so what is the second step? We need to find the largest number whose square must be equal to or less than the dividend. As the dividend here is 5, then as here 4 is less than 5, so we can consider the largest digit as 2. Okay, so let us take the largest digit as 2. Now the digit which you have taken, the same digit you need to write in the question part. Okay, so here I have taken 2 as a divisor. Okay, so here I have taken 2 as a divisor, and you need to take same digit as a quotient. Okay, Now multiply 2 2s are 4. Okay, 2 2s are 4. Here minus. Next, what is the next step? Now 5 minus 4 is what? 1. Okay, now 5 minus 4 is 1. So extend this line. Next, you bring down these numbers. So it will become 129. Okay, it will become 129. Next, what is the next step means? Now you need to double the quotient. So what is quotient here? Okay, so which is quotient here? 2, no. So this will be quotient. So now what is the third step? You need to double the quotient. So if the quotient is 2, if we double the quotient, what we are getting? 4. Okay. When we double the quotient, we are getting 4. So after doubling the quotient, we need to enter the blank towards the right of the digit. Okay, so we need to enter the blank. Now students, what you need to do means, you need to fill the blank with the number. Okay, you need to fill the blank with the number, and that number will be the new digit in the quotient. Okay, whatever the digit you are filling in this blank, that digit will be the new digit in the quotient. Okay, so and one more most important thing, the fourth step is what? So whatever the digit you are filling here in this blank, the product of this number, that is the product of new divisor, and new digit in the quotient must be equal to or less than 120. Okay, so if I fill this blank with the digit 2, then the same digit I need to write here. Okay, then the same digit I need to write here. Now 42 will be the new divisor. Okay, 42 will be the new divisor. Then what is the fourth step? The product of new divisor and the digit in the quotient. The new digit in the quotient must be equal to or lesser than this number. Okay, if I fill this blank with 2, let us check whether it is possible or not. So 42 into 2, 2 2s are 4. Okay, so 2 4s are 8. So what we are getting? 42 into 2 is what? 84. Okay, now let us try with other number. Okay, so now let us fill this blank. Instead of 2, we will fill this blank with the number as 3. Students, now we will fill this blank with the number 3. If you are filling this blank with the number 3, then the same number we need to write as the new digit in the quotient. Okay, now what is the condition? The product of this divisor and new digit in the quotient must be equal to or less than this number. Okay, so now let us check. 43 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12. Okay, look at here students. 43 into 3 is what? 129. And what is the here number? 129. No, so we can fill this blank with the 3. Okay, so 43 into 3 is what? 129. Okay, so as the remainder we have got here 0. So 129 minus 129 is what? 0 only. As we have got the remainder as 0. Okay, so here this process of division has completed, and now what to take as a square root? So look at here, the square root of 529 is what? So take this number. Okay, the square root of 529 is what? 23. Students, now let us take one more example. Okay, 4096. Now what is the first step? We need to place bar over every pair of numbers starting from the digit at ones place. So here what is the digit at ones place? 6. No, from here we need to pair the numbers by placing bar over the numbers. Okay, so here we have placed the bar over the numbers. Now place bar over the next pair of numbers. Okay, so what we have done? Now place the bar over every pair of numbers starting from the digit at ones place. Okay, students, what is the second step? So here we need to find the largest number whose square must be less than or equal to this number, that is 40. Okay, so here first consider this part. So here the dividend will be what? 40. So now we need to find the largest number whose square must be less than or equal to 40. Okay. So if I consider 6, then what is 6 square? 36. And if I consider 7, then what is 7 square? 49. Okay. So in these two numbers, which is the number less than 40? 36, no. So here we consider 6 as the largest number. Okay. So if I enter the digit as 6 in the divisor, then you need to take the same digit in the quotient also. Okay. Now 6 is a 36 minus. Okay. Now 40 minus 36 is what, students? 4. Okay. Now bring down these numbers, that is 96. Now your new dividend is what? 496. Next, what is the second step? So here you need to double the quotient. So what is the quotient here? 6, no? So now you need to double the quotient. So when we double 6, what we are getting? 12. Okay. After doubling the quotient, you need to write the blank towards the right of digit. Okay. Now what is the next step means we need to fill this blank with the digit, and same digit will be the new digit in the quotient side. Okay. And the product of this divisor and new digit must be equal to 496. So now let us fill this blank with the 3. Okay. So here 3. Now what we need to do? We need to just check whether the product of 123 into 3 is what? 496 or not. Okay. Into now 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. Students, here what we have got, when we fill this blank with 3 and our new divisor will be what? 123. So when we multiply 123 with 3, so we have got 369. Okay. Now we will try with the other number. Okay. Students, now let us write the digit as 4. Okay. And you need to write the same digit here. Now let us check whether the product of 124 into 4 is lesser than or equal to 496 is or not. Okay. So here 124 into 4. 4 4s are 16, 1 carry. Okay. 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9. 4 1s are 4. Okay, dear students, when we fill the blank with 4 and when we multiply 124 with the 4, so we are getting 496. Okay. So here this is the right one. So 124 into 4 is what? 496 minus. Okay. 496 minus 496 is what? 0. Okay, as we have got the remainder as 0, so this process has completed. Okay, now what will be the square root of 4096? That is the square root of 4096. Okay, so which number we need to take? This one now. That is 64. Okay, the square root of 4096 is what? 64. Students, before finding the square root of any number using division method, I told you that we can find the number of digits in the square root of any number using the formula n by 2 and n plus 1 by 2. No, so we can find the number of digits in the square root of any number easily by one more method. Okay, so here let us take the number as 529. Okay. Now we need to place the bar starting from the last digit. Okay, so we need to pair the numbers. So here, as we have got only one number, so pair this one also. Okay, so put the bar over this number also. So look at here, students, how many bars are there here? 2, no? As here there are 2 bars, then the number of digits in the square root of this number is what? 2. Okay, then the number of digits in the square root of this number will be what? 2. Okay. Then what is the square root of 529? 23, no? So look at here, 2 digits. 2 bar means 2 digits in the square root of any number. Okay. For example, 4096. Now, what we need to find? What are the number of digits in the square root of this number? Okay. What will be the number of digits in the square root of this number? Now, place the bar over every pair of numbers. So here, how many bars are there? 2, no? So as here there are 2 bars, then there will be 2 digits in the square root of this number, okay? What is the square root of 4096? That is 64, okay? As here there are 2 bars, so 2 digits in the square root of this number. So now let us take one more example. 14400. Now, how many number of digits will be there in the square root of this number? Okay, what are the number of digits in the square root of this number? So place the bar over every pair of digits from the last. Okay. Now only one number left now, so place bar. Only one number left, so place a bar over this single number. Now, as here there are 3 bars, then there will be 3 digits in the square root of this number, okay? As here there are 3 bars, there will be 3 digits in the square root of this number. What is the square root of this number? That is 120, okay? As here 3 bars, so 3 digits, 1, 2 and 0. 3 bars, 3 digits will be there, okay? As here 3 bars in the number, so 3 digits will be there in the square root of this number, okay? Student, now let us solve one more example, okay? 729. Next, what is the first step? We need to place bar over every pair of digits starting from the last. Okay, as here only one number, so place a bar. Now, this will be the dividend, okay? So consider only this part. Now, what is the second step? We need to take a digit whose square must be less than or equal to 7, okay? If I consider 2, 2 square will be 4. If I consider 3, 3 square will be 9. So we cannot take 9, why? Because greater than 7 we cannot take, we can take 4, okay? Now, 2 if I written here means, here also we need to write 2. 2 2s are 4. 7 minus 4 is what? 3. Now, bring down these numbers, okay? So it will be 329. Now, what is the next step? Double the quotient. This is the quotient, double means 4. And write a blank to the right of number. Now, we need to fill this blank with the digit such that the product of this number and the new digit must be equal to or less than 329. So, let us fill this number with the 6 and C. Okay. 46 into 6. 6 is 36. 6 3 carry. 6 4 is 24 plus 3 27. So when we multiply 46 with the 6, we have got 276. Now let us try by filling this blank with the number 7. Okay. So here 47 with 7. 7 7 is 49. 9 4 carry. 7 4 is 28. 28 plus 4 is what? 32. Okay. We have got 329. So if we fill this blank with the digit 7, so here will be the new digit in the question. Okay. So 47 into 7 is what? 329. Okay. 329 plus 329 is what? 0. As the remainder is 0, so this process of division has completed. Therefore, what is the square root of 729? The square root of 729 is what? This one. That is 27. Okay. So the square root of 729 is what? 27. Students, now let us solve 10th question. Okay. So what they have given? Find the least number that must be subtracted from 5607 to get a perfect square. Okay. Students, what they have given? This is not a perfect square. But when we subtract a particular number from this number, so then we will get a perfect square. Okay. So what we need to do? We need to find that number. So we will find that number using division method. Okay. 5, 6, 0, 7. Now what is the first step? Place the bar. Okay. Now this will be the dividend. Okay. Then what is the next step? We need to take the largest number whose square must be lesser than or equal to 56. If I consider 6, 6 square is what? 36. Okay, this is lesser than 56. If I consider 7, 7 square is what? 49. We can consider this also because it is lesser than 56. If I consider 8, so 8 square is what? 64. So in these three numbers, which number we can take? We can take 49. Why? Because this is less than 56 and it is near to 56. This is greater than 56, so we cannot take this and this is too much less than 56. Okay, so here compared to these two numbers, 49 will be the nearest number to 56. Okay, so we'll take 7. So if I take 7 here, this will be the digit in the quotient. Now 7 sevens are 49. Okay, so 56 minus 49 is what? 7. Now what's the next step? Bring these numbers down. Now double the quotient. This is a quotient. Double means 14. Put the blank to the right of the digit. Okay. So now what is the next step? We need to fill this blank with the number such that the product of this number and the new digit in the quotient must be equal to or lesser than 7 not 7. Okay. So first we will fill this number by 5. 145 into 5. 5 5 is 25. 5 to carry. 5 4s are 20 plus 2 22. To carry 5 ones are 5 plus 2 7. Okay, students, here we have got 725. Now let us take next number. That is, now we'll try with the 4. Okay, we'll try by placing 4 over this blank. Okay, so 144 into 4. 4 4s are 16. 1 carry 4 4s are 16 plus 1 17. 7 carry 4 ones are 4 plus 1 5. So what we have got? 7. So what we have got? 576. Okay, so we can take this number, students. Okay, so here 4 144 into 4 is what? 5 7 6. So now 707 minus 576 is what? 139. Okay, so when we subtract these two numbers, we are getting 139. Students, we cannot divide this one further. Why? Because here the divisor is greater than the remainder. Okay, now here as we have got 139 as a remainder. Okay, so when we subtract 139 from that number, that is 5607, so we will get a perfect square. Okay, therefore when we subtract 139 from this number, that is 5607, so what we are getting? 5476, that is 5476. And what is the square root of 5476? So look at here, if we subtract 139 from this number, so we are getting 0 as a remainder now. So if we are getting 0 as a remainder, then 74 will be the square root of this number, that is 5476. Okay, so the square root of this is what? 74. Student, now let us solve the 11th example problem. Okay, find the greatest 4-digit number which is a perfect square. Okay, students, what they have given here? Here we have to find the greatest 4-digit. That must be what? It must be a perfect square. Okay, so we know that the greatest 4-digit is what? 9999. Okay, but this greatest 4-digit, that is 9999, is not a perfect square. Okay, so if you want to get the greatest 4-digit perfect square, then what we need to do? We need to solve this using division method. Now what is the first step? Place the bar in the last digit. Now this will be the dividend. We need to consider this part. What is the next step? We need to take the number whose square must be less than or equal to 99. Okay, so here I will take 9. So write here also. Okay, 9 nines are 81. 9 nines are 81. So here 99 minus 81 is what? 18. Okay, 99 minus 81 is what? 18. Now bring these numbers down. Okay, now double the quotient. Double of 9 is what? 18. And write the blank. So now what is the next step? We need to fill this blank with the digit such that the product of new divisor and the new digit in the quotient must be equal to or lesser than this number. Okay, so now let us fill this digit by 8 and see. Okay, so suppose 188 into 8. 8 8 is 64. 4 6 carry. Okay, now 8 8 ja 64, 64 plus 6 70, so 0 7 carry. Okay, now 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 7 15. So what we have got? We have got 1504. Now let us check by filling this blank with the digit 9. Okay, so here 189 into 9. Now 9 9 is 81, 1 8 carry, 9 8 is 72, 72 plus 8 is what? 80, so 0 8 carry, 9 ones are 9, 9 plus 8 is what? 17. Okay, so we can take this number. Okay, we can take this number. So we should not take like this. That is 10. Okay, we should not fill this blank with the 10. So let us check if we fill that blank with the 10, what happens. Okay, if you fill this blank with 10, so here also we need to write 10. 1810 into 10 is what? 18100. So what we are getting? 18,100. But here what is there? 1899 is there. Here 18,100 is there. Okay, so we cannot take this number. So we can consider this number, that is we can fill the blank with the digit 9. Okay, next fill here 9 and 9. So 189 into 9 is what? 1701. Okay, 1701. So now, so when we subtract 1899 by 1701, so what we are getting? We are getting 198. Okay, so we are getting 198 as a reminder. Now we can consider the number to be a perfect square only when we are getting the remainder as 0. Okay, if you want to get remainder as 0, then what we need to do? We need to subtract 198 from this number, then we will get a perfect square. Okay, now subtract 198 from 9999. Okay, now when we subtract this, what we are getting? 9801. Okay, then this will be the perfect square. Okay, that is 9801 is the greatest 4-digit perfect square. Okay, then what is the square root of this one? Therefore, okay, if we have got remainder as 0, then it must be a perfect square. No, as we have subtracted 198 from this number. Okay, so we are getting remainder as 0 only. Okay, then the square root of this is what? That is 99. Okay, the square root of 9801 is what? 99. Now students, we will solve the 12th example problem. Okay, find the least number that must be added to 1300 to get a perfect square. Students, here 1300 is not a perfect square, but when we add a particular number to 1300, then it will become a perfect square. Okay, so we will find this using division method. Students, now what is the first step? Place the bar. Okay, now you need to consider this part. This part will be the divided. So now take the largest number whose square must be less than or equal to 13. Okay, so here which number we have to take? That is 3 3s are 9. Okay, so 3 3. Here we need to take 3 as the largest number. Why? Because 3 square is what? 9. Okay, we should not take 4. Why? Because 4 square is what? 16 and it is greater than 13. So take 3. So now 3 3s are 9. 13 minus 9 is what? 4. Okay, next bring these numbers down. So double the quotient. 6. Put the blank. Now what is the next step means? We need to fill this blank such that when we multiply this new divisor with the new digit in the quotient, so we have to get the number lesser than or equal to 400. Okay, so here we will put 5 and C. Okay, so 6 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 to carry. 5 6 are 30. 30 plus 2 32. Okay, so we will try with the 6. That is 6 6 into 6. So we'll fill this blank with 6. 6 6 are 36, 6, 3 carry, 6 6 are 36, 36 plus 3 is what? 39. Okay. So here 325 is there, so here 396 is there. So compared to these two, which number is near to 400? 396, no? So we will take this number. Okay, so now we will fill the blank by 6. So here 6. 66 into 6 is what? That is 396. Okay, now 400 minus 396 is what? 4. Okay, so we have got the remainder as 4. It means what, students? So here this 1300 is less than 36 square. Okay, it means what? 1300, okay, is less than 36 square. This number is less than 36 square. Now find 37 square. Now what is the 37 square? That is 1369. Okay. So now subtract 1300 from 1369. Okay. That is, when we subtract this number from 37 square, then what number we are getting, that number we need to add it to 1300 to get a perfect square. Okay, so here 37 square is what? 1369 minus 1300. So here what you are getting? 69. Okay, so when we add 69 to 1300, we will get a perfect square.